This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
It is the After Party live on a Trivia Thursday. Thank you for being here, and my huge apologies for the late start of this show. I don't want to blame him because I love him tremendously, but David Katz didn't pop on until about 12:20, and then that made us late for the Mark Thompson show. But Mark Thompson said he had totally lost track of time, so that show didn't end until 1:30. And here we go with the After Party live. As you know, this show doesn't start until a couple minutes after that show ends. So here we are, woefully behind on a Trivia Thursday. Oh no, I don't know if we're going to have a lot of time for stories, but we will have time for trivia. So don't worry about that. I would love to thank people. I know it's the Spring Ka-Ching. Thank you, Tom, for coming up with that great name on the Mark Thompson show. And fundraising, always important, on the Nikki Maduro show, which is tonight at 5 p.m. on this show, the After Party Live, and on Mark's show as well. It's a big thank you to West Theory, who on the first day of this May comes in with a $5 contribution via PayPal to the After Party Live. A recurring payment from Linda G. She set her PayPal up every month. She contributes $10 to the After Party Live, and I really appreciate it. Laura W. for $5, Wes for another $5 yesterday, a recurring payment from Joe F. for $50 to the show. So huge thank you to everyone who contributes financially to the show. Could not do this without you. So much appreciated there. Let's jump into the story about, I call it planet fetuses. Fetal planets? They're really protoplanets is the name of it. But check this out. This is one of the first times we've seen this. That's fascinating. These future planets, they're not planets yet. They're just a twinkle in the universe's eye. They are now revealed in unprecedented detail. The researchers looking at these protoplanets say this is like switching from reading glasses to high-powered binoculars, the detail with which we can see these protoplanetary disks inside more than a dozen early star systems. How cool is that? That astronomers were able to use ExoAlma, which is a collaboration using an instrument called the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array, ALMA, which is located in Chile, to scan the skies. And they've used it to identify the effects of potential planetary subjects on their cosmic surroundings. The researchers say this is incredible. It's like trying to spot a fish by looking for ripples in a pond rather than trying to see the fish itself. Now they can see the fish. They started by designing new calibration approaches, and then they refined their analysis methods, and they focused on aligning observations that were taken at different times. So the same spot taken at different times, looking at it over and over again. They also flagged and eliminated unwanted distortions in what they call noise data. And then they applied those methods to their data sets that were collected by ALMA from 15 young star systems to identify potential protoplanet hotspots. And the result? A first of its kind systemic study of the 3D structures of multiple protoplanet disks. The disks the team studied range from only a few hundred to around 1,000 light years from Earth. The clues indicating the protoplanetary disks: swirling gas influenced by an early planet's gravity, rings and gaps of dust inside dust disks. They say this clearly shows protoplanetary disks are home to highly dynamic environments that result in relationships between galactic dust and gas, revealing a whole new level of detail in planet-forming systems. Get those little, I don't even want to call them baby planets. They're pre-baby planets. So interesting. Yeah, Peter talking about, I think it was Peter who talked about Lay Day in addition to a bunch of other things. Maybe it was someone else. I'm sorry, Peter, if that wasn't you. But I did want to talk about Lay Day, kind of a big deal in my family. May Day is indeed Lay Day, and my mom will call me or text me every May 1st and say, "It's Lay Day. May Day is Lay Day." So, if that's not your tradition, I thought I would give you a little history of it. Lay Day was established in 1929, and it continues, starts on May 1st and continues into the next day. Every Hawaiian island has a different type of lei for its people to wear in celebration. The festivities growing each year, the Lei Day held and celebrations held all over Hawaii. Each island has a special flower representing its island. The Big Island is the red blossom, the ohia lehua. It's called the lehua blossom. Island of Maui, the Lokalani, it's pink. Oahu, the Lima, its color is golden. Molokai uses the flower from the kukui tree. It's a green flower. Lanai, the kaunoa, which is a yellow hina hina flower for koho'olave, which is a silver one. And then Kauai has the mokahana flowers that are green as well. Ni'ihau, the secret island, the forbidden island, has little tiny shells they collect on the shores called pupu, P-U-P-U, and they use those as their leis. So it was officially recognized as a holiday in 1929, even though it was started to be celebrated just a couple years earlier. The first celebration for Lei Day in Hawaii was held at the Bank of Hawaii, and then it was moved in later years. So they start celebrating in Hawaii at 9 o'clock in the morning at all the schools. There are flowers, there are leis, there are celebrations. They have a contest that will be held tomorrow, May 2nd. So, yeah, it's a celebration of Hawaiian culture, is what Lei Day is. People give leis to each other. Schools put on special plays. They elect Lei Day courts and kings and queens to represent each island. So, yeah, happy Lei Day. May Day is Lei Day. So, if you didn't know, now you do. There you go. We should get to trivia before we have to end the show. That's the way it is here on the After Party Live. There's a possibility that afterward I'll be able to stick in some more stories. But for now, I want to make sure we have enough time to really explore trivia because we have some good categories today. It is Trivia Thursday, after party style. I'm going to the chat, getting myself all set up. Are you ready? I'm ready. So give a lei to your mother. Absolutely. It's a great idea, Vanessa. Yes. All right. Calvin Wong's ready for trivia. We're doing it. Here it is. Okay. The category that I have first is inspired by Thursdays on the Mark Thompson Show, which bring us the amazing David Katz. And so we'll do a little legal trivia. How's that? Here we go. The first question, my friends, today is this. What word that starts with a B, B as in boy, signifies a legislative body that has two bodies or chambers? It's a word that signifies two bodies or chambers, and it starts with the B. Cat trivia would be easier. But SJ Lola, first to the punch with bicameral, and she is correct. A lot of people getting this one. John Smith has it. Calvin Wong has it. Vanessa has it. Bicameral for John Watson. Yep. It is bicameral for Nullifidian and Peter Newton. Hi, Peter. And who else has it? Eileen has it. Heather Kennedy going rogue. Kind of. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Camel came with two humps. Bicameral. You've never heard of that word? Oh, yeah, bicameral. Well, see, this is trivia. So even if you don't know the word, now you do know the word. Signifies a legislative body, Sandy, that has two bodies or chambers, like the Senate and the House, a bicameral system. The U.S. Immigration Act of 1882 is the first and only time the federal law prohibits the immigration to America from a specific country. What country was it? The U.S. Immigration Act of 1882. It's the first and only time the federal law prohibited immigration to America from a specific country. What country was it? You guys got it. China. China, says Vanessa, and Vanessa is correct. John Smith says China. Yep, and so does John Watson. And William and Calvin and Nullifidian. That's funny. I worried that the law was too old and no one would know this. And look at you guys. Heather has it. Peter has it. Cameo, John, Nancy, SJ, Eileen, Gordon, Jim, Donna's throwing it down. By the way, Donna, I think it's the same Donna. A Donna sent me party mail last night, so I have that to read if we have enough time. Yeah, China, says Peter Newton. Right. It's a big deal in San Francisco, says Vanessa. It's true. All right. With the passing of the Bitcoin law in June of 2021, which Central American nation became the first country in the world to have a form of cryptocurrency as legal tender? Which Central American nation becomes the first country in the world to have a form of cryptocurrency as legal tender? Some good answers. I do see some correct answers. It is not Cuba or Brazil or Venezuela. All are great answers. It is indeed Jim S. El Salvador. El Salvador, the right answer. So Jim gets it, and Jennifer L. Hello, Jennifer L. And Calvin Wong, shadow producer. Well done. Yeah. All right. Next one. Here it is. What president signed into law the Federal Highway Act, which would establish the interstate highway system? This president called for this system of highways in his State of the Union address 2 years before the act was passed by Congress. What president signed into law the Federal Highway Act that established the interstate highway system? I guess we can thank this president for our system of freeways. The answer I see in the chat is indeed, let me scroll back and see who got it first. John Watson. Eisenhower is correct. Eisenhower, Jennifer L. has it. Eileen has it. You guys are freeway freaks. Cameo has it. Were you guys shouting back and forth in the house which one it is? Cameo has it. And also Josh with Eisenhower knowledge, and Tammy has it. Sandy knew this one. That's great. Jim S has it, and Nancy did too, and Donna. And yeah, wonderful. I'm sorry. I hope that well, now you're on board. So this is good. This is good. Okay. You could always scroll back a little bit and maybe answer the questions, because you maybe you can move a little faster. I don't know. All right. This next question. What is the less formal yet more well-known term for judicial precedent? Known as what kind of law? It's a less formal, more well-known term for a judicial precedent. It's also known as a judge-made law or case law. It's as an unwritten law that judges set based on precedent from previous court cases rather than statutes. It's the word that is less formal but more well-known for judicial precedent. See if we can stretch your legal knowledge here. Oh, it's Ren using camp. You a trickster. I got you on lady. That's nice. Hi, Ren. Case law, says Trevor. That's a good answer. It's not the right one. Bench law, says Deidre. I like it too. Not the right answer that we're looking for in this case. Settled law. Story decis. This is a good answer. Clearly, a lot of people think this is the case. Mm-mm. Not the word I'm looking for. Norm, settled, story dices. Mm. The answer that I am looking for is common law. Common is the word. I know there's a lot of people upset right now, but you know the rule. Never question trivia. Mm-mm. It's the way it goes. When you hear law clerks in Washington, D.C. talking about the highest court in the land, they might be talking about the Supreme Court, but they also might be referring to a space on the court's fifth floor reserved for what activity? When you hear the law clerks in DC talking about the highest court in the land, true, they could be talking about the Supreme Court, or they could be referring to a space on the court's fifth floor reserved for what activity? Drinking, human sacrifice, smoking, bathrooms, deliberation. They might deliberate in there. I don't know. Boozing it up. Tennis court. Ooh, you're close. Cocktails, discussing cases, smoking weed, open buffet, blood rituals. This is my favorite part of trivia. Deliberation, tennis, drinking, wrestling. So good. Hmm. Dancing Itos, basketball. Donna's got it. It's a basketball court. Did you know on the fifth floor there was a basketball court? Basketball is correct. I think Donna might have been the only one to get it. Well done. Basketball is indeed the answer. As of last year, 2024, most of the Supreme Court justices in the United States have a law degree from one of two Ivy League institutions. You can name either school. One of two Ivy League institutions. Most of the Supreme Court justices in the United States have a law degree from either blank or blank. Mhm. Harvard is one of them. Yale is the other. So Deidre gets it. Jim gets it. S.J. Lola has it. Trevor has it. Harvard, says Gordon. Correct. Harvard or Yale, both for Peter Newton. Harvard or Princeton. I'll take it because you said Harvard and I only asked for one. Yale, says Nancy. Yes. Vanessa has it. And Lafidian has it. Eileen coming in with both of them. Tammy says yes, both of them. Harvard and Yale. Sandy, John Watson with a double whammy. Hetty Habibi with Harvard. Yes, that is correct and welcome. Yale, yep. John Smith and Gordon and Lafidian. Not Trump University. That is not the case. No. Well done to everyone who pulled this one off. Very good. All right. What famous U.S. court figure received her Juris Doctor from New York Law School and then handled more than 20,000 family court cases in Manhattan before retiring and entering the second phase of her career, which made her famous? Famous U.S. court figure got her JD from New York Law School in the 60s, handled more than 20,000 family court cases in Manhattan, retired, and then became famous. I love that you guys think it's Ginsburg or RBJ. Different female judge. Entered a second phase of her career. Deidre says it's Ginsburg. So does Calvin. A lot of people say it's RBG. It's not. O'Connor? No. Thank you, Trevor. It's Judge Judy. Yeah. Judge Judy. There you go. Judge Judy is the correct answer. You guys were thinking big. Judge Judy laughing all the way to the bank. Jim also says Judge Judy. Yeah, that's right. Judge Judy graduated from New York Law School in 1965, handled more than 20,000 court cases, family court cases in Manhattan, retired in the 90s, and then the second phase of her career brought her worldwide fame. 10 years after his death, several criminals attempted to steal and ransom Lincoln's remains, but they were caught by what federal law enforcement agency currently nested within the Department of Homeland Security? What federal law agency tracked down criminals that attempted to steal and ransom the remains of President Lincoln? Yeah, it was the Secret Service, and Jim gets it. I think Jim was the first to it, right? Secret Service is correct. Hetty has Secret Service. That is correct. It was the Secret Service, says Trevor Starr in Hollywood. That is correct. Noah Fidian was Secret Service. Gordon, Tammy. Nice. You guys got it. All right. In June of 2021, not so long ago, a landmark parentage law recognizing same sex marriages, surrogacy, and non traditional families was passed by what state? In June of 2021, it was a landmark parentage law recognizing same sex marriages, surrogacy, and non traditional families passed by what constitution state? Mhm. I don't see it yet. I've got lots of Californias. I've got a Utah, the cool state. Colleen for the win with Connecticut. Connecticut. Yes, that is correct. Connecticut is the answer that I am looking for. Thank you so much. President Biden called what U.S. state's Election Integrity Act, signed into law in March 2021, Jim Crow in the 21st century? President Biden called what U.S. state's Election Integrity Act, signed into law in March of 2021, Jim Crow in the 21st century? Who did that? We talk about them all the time in relation to election, and it seems like the shenanigans pulled off in this state always start there and move elsewhere. See if you guys get it. I am looking and I'm looking. And I see that Tammy says Georgia. I think that Tammy's the first to say it. Yeah, it's Georgia. William has it as well. And Jim coming in with it. John Slade as well. Nancy V, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia always tries to sneak in those weird election laws. Peter with Georgia. So has Donna, Georgia. SJ Lola. Sorry, that was weird phrasing. So has Donna, Georgia. What? Yes, Georgia is correct. Gordon, bringing up the rear. Georgia. That is correct. All right. Back in your law school days, because we all went there, you probably tried out arguments in a hypothetical case. What is the word for trying out hypothetical cases? In what type of fictional court would you do this? Georgia on my mind, says John Watson. In what type of court would you try out a hypothetical case? The answer is yes. Hetty, look at you, moot court. And that is the answer I am looking for. Moot is the word. SJ Lola has it as well. Moot, says Trevor. Yes. Moot, says Jim. Is Peter a lawyer? Oh, Peter should. Where's Peter? He should know this one. Where are you, Peter? Moot court, says Jim. Eileen has it. And there's Peter. Moot. Moot is the word. Moot. It's such a weird word, too. Nancy, I could see why you say mock trial, because that's common as well, but it's moot court. Kangaroo court, says Noel Fidian. Right. Not the moops. It's a good one. All right. Which NYU school was established in 1835, making it the oldest in the city, was one of the first schools in its field to admit women? What NYU school was established in 1835, which makes it the oldest in the city, was one of the first schools in its field to admit women? It's the NYU blank school. Kind of a trick question, really, I think. Yeah. I'm it's the NYU Law School. It's a poorly worded question. Vanessa has it. It's law. They're NYU Law in its field. So it's law. Yeah. Law school. Law school. One of the first law schools in its field. Yes, correct, Peter, to admit women. NYU. Well done, NYU. A U.S. president that prevents a congressional passed bill from becoming a law at the end of a session is described as enacting what kind of veto? A U.S. president that prevents a congressional passed bill from becoming a law at the end of a session is described as enacting what kind of a veto? Yeah, John, quick with that one. That's a pocket veto. Pocket, says Donna. Trevor has pocket. Party pooper veto. I like that answer the best. Can I just pick that one? Pocket veto, John Smith says. Pocket, says Peter. Little Peter in your pocket. Gordon, oh, that sounded dirty, didn't it? Gordon says it's a pocket veto. Mm-hmm. Sour grapes, says Calvin. It's a pocket veto. Uh, just go with this one. The Federal Insurance Contributions Act is a federal payroll tax that states Medicare and what other tax must be collected from both employees and employers. It's the Federal Insurance Contributions Act, a federal payroll tax law that says Medicare and what other tax must be collected from both employees and employers. Yep, you guys got this one. It is Social Security. Deidre has it. That's correct. FICA, yeah. Social Security, says Gordon. That is correct. Social Security, says Calvin. Yipper. And Eileen has Social Security, and Luis, and Sandy, and Jim, and Hetty, and Nancy has it, and Donna has it. So does Rhonda, and Josh. Yes. Well, we won't talk about that. You know. All right. Should we do one more before we move on to the next topic? Let's do this. Inspired by similar wording in the English Bill of Rights from the 1600s, excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel or unusual punishments inflicted, is a text in what amendment of the U.S. Constitution? Don't use your pocket constitution for this one. See if you know it. Inspired by similar wording in the English Bill of Rights from the 1600s, excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel or unusual punishments inflicted, is a text of which amendment to the United States Constitution? Mhm. Come on, Peter. Wasn't this on the bar exam? Let's go. I'm giving you a hard time. It was not the 6th, nor the 16th, nor the 5th. It was not the 4th or the 2nd. It was not the 4th. It was not the 5th. A lot of good guesses I see here. One of the commandments Trump broke 5 minutes ago. That's the answer of the day. The correct answer. Oh, Peter's not a lawyer. He just plays one on TV. The answer is the 8th. It is the 8th Amendment that is worded in this way. So, all right. According to the U.S. Department of Justice's own legal glossary website, did you know they have that? What word holds the following definition? This is the definition. The decision of an appellate court not to reverse a lower court decision, also called to affirm. The word is what? It means the decision of an appellate court not to reverse a lower court decision, also called affirming a decision. This is called to what? Look at you guys. Wow. I'm impressed. Trevor Starr with uphold. Uphold is right. To uphold the decision. Eileen says uphold. I'll go appealed. Sure. Upheld. Yes. Upheld, uphold. Tenses are not important to me. Vanessa has it too. So does Peter, though he did not go to law school. Peter indicates that his mother took the constitutional law class, but he indeed went to art school to design buildings. That's awesome. Uphold. Eileen, Vanessa, Peter, affirm, stay. Yeah, the answer is uphold. Well done. Okay, I think we might have a couple more minutes. So let's do some riddles. This topic was requested, or this category, I should say, was requested. I think it was Kathy O, and her daughter may have requested riddles. So I do have some riddles for you. Some of them might be easy, some more complicated, but let's get a couple of them in. All right, you guys ready? What has a this is kind of easy. I think my kids might even know this one. What has a head but no brain? We're ready for the funny answers. What has a head but no brain? Riddle me this, Batman. What has a head but no brain? Bed is a pin is a good answer. Mushroom, hammer, bean. That's a great answer. Not the one I'm looking for. Cabbage is close. A man, a mushroom, hickory dickory dock, says Rev P. That reminds me of Andrew Dice Clay. Head but no brain. Oh, this was worth it. The price of admission was completely paid. Nail, a beer. The answer I'm looking for is lettuce. Yes, JT. It looks like Colleen had it, and then Deidre, and then JT, and then Cameo, and then Nullifidian. Yeah, the answer is lettuce. So, just so you know. Although the other answers I think I like maybe better than that. I don't know. What comes down but never goes up? What comes down but never goes up? Now I'm reading all these questions with an innuendo in my gutter mind. What comes down but never goes up? Lots of possibilities. Uh-huh. An umbrella. I would say it goes down and up, doesn't it? The answer is rain. Jennifer L has it. So does Sandy. And so does Eileen. Price of food. Eileen has it. Nullifidian. Rain comes down, but it never goes up. My 401k. Nancy says rain. Yes. The remaining days of life, says Josh. Introspective. Spinning wheel, gotta go round. Next riddle. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What is it? What are they? The more you take, the more you leave behind. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Oh, Rev. Calvin. Heather. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, if you're listening and not watching, the consensus here is excrement. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Bitcoin. Yes, Wes, the answer is footsteps. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Once again, though, you guys are killing me. And I think I like your answers better. The more you take, the more you leave behind. The answer is footsteps. Oh my God, that's funny. Here's another interesting riddle, and then we'll wrap it up. Um, what is full of holes but still holds water? What is full of holes but still holds water? Yeah, that was an easy one. JT has sponge. I think Trevor slapped it down first there. Sponge, at least on my screen. John Smith has sponge, and Vanessa has sponge, and so does Hetty, and Gordon, Sandy, and Nancy V with sponge. That is correct. I am an odd number. Take away a letter, and I become even. What number am I? I might have gotten this one from Jacob. I'm an odd number. If you take away a letter, I become even. What number am I? Yeah, 7. Colleen has it. So does JT. Nicely done. It is 7. I know. That one might have been a little juvenile, but that's all right. I think it's good. Okay, we'll do one more. It might be easy. What has a neck but no head? What has a neck but no head? A neck but no head. Hmm. The answer is a bottle, and Chris from Menlo indeed has the answer. I think Chris from Menlo was the first with that one. Yeah, there it is. Chris from Menlo with a bottle. Wine bottle. I'll accept that type of bottle. Absolutely. A guitar. Another good answer. Not the one listed, but I like it. And you're not the only one to say it. Sandy says it was a guitar. Jennifer says vase. Another guitar. The answer is a bottle, but I like all the answers. I'm an equal answer opportunist today. Nancy says bottle. Calvin says bottle. Nullifidian. And Josh has it too. Cameo with a wine bottle, specifically wine bottle. Yes. All right. So there you have Trivia Thursday after party style. Let's do some more riddles next time. I'll find some that are maybe a little more challenging. We'll really push your trivia knowledge, your riddle knowledge next time. And thank you for the suggestions and the contributions. But for the suggestions, you can always email me if you have any thoughts on good trivia categories. Kim at theafterparty.live, the best way to get a hold of me. Kim at theafterparty.live. And a huge thank you for the party mail to Donna, who wrote in about a discussion that we had yesterday about children's books and reading. And she sent me the nicest email. I loved her message when we talked about kids and reading books. She said, "Thank you for the discussion on reading with kids. We loved that time and kept it up as long as we could." She said, "My husband read through the Harry Potter series multiple times." That happened at my house too. And eventually the kids took up some of the reading, especially while we were traveling. She said, "I mentioned phrases that my family adopted from favorite books, and she said they do that in their family. We have all they could say was wow from Kevin Hankey's book Chrysanthemum, and a lot of them from Beatrix Potter, Twiddle, Whittle, Whittle, I shall go distracted, no teeth, no teeth, no teeth, very snug," and she goes on with them. She said the kids are all adults now, but any one of us could pop out with any one of these phrases at a particularly fitting moment, and we all know where it came from and exactly how to say it in the right character voice. I love that because it's like your family has drops, right? Ours does too. So very cool. I love that. Thank you for the party mail. And again, Kim at theafterparty.live is a great way to reach me. Trying to think if we should do any other stories, but I know it's getting late and everyone has to go and get back to their lives. So I'll say this. Tonight, The Nikki Maduro Show starts at 5 p.m. Please join in. We've got cocktails and mocktails and politics, and it's a really fun time. The Nikki Maduro Show. If you haven't stopped by yet, please do. Medoro, The Nikki Maduro Show. And thank you very much for being here at the After Party Live. Please click subscribe if you haven't already. Please click the like button as well. And again, huge thank you to everyone who has contributed to this show. Hugely appreciated. Thank you for playing. Thank you for participating in Trivia Thursday. And I'll see you in just not even a couple hours. We're down now to the minutes ticking away until the 5 p.m. Pacific start time for the Nikki Maduro Show. But between now and then, please make it the very best day. I'll see you in a little bit right here back on the YouTube. Bye for now.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
I hear you, Jennifer L. It's too bad the Harry Potter books are so good, huh? That'll do, pig. That'll do. And also, jiggity jig. And good night, nobody. Good night, mush. She came on at 5 a.m.? I don't know what she's doing at 5 a.m. I'm thinking she's sleeping. I don't know. Oh, well, there's nothing sad about that, Jennifer. What? It's your birthday? The anniversary of her great pain. Eileen, happy birthday! Do we have to stop the presses? It's Eileen's birthday, everybody. We gotta do it. Hold on, putting a pause on it. I have to. It's Eileen's birthday. Sorry, you guys. You know what happens on birthdays? That's right.
Let's do a happy birthday song. So I'm gonna give you one. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Holy Jesus. Times have changed, Teddy. 5 p.m. Thursday. I don't know. It remains a mystery, Rev P. Happy birthday, Eileen. See you tonight, everybody. Thank you, Harry, for the $10 contribution today. Woo!